Welcome to round one for 2021. Don't touch me. Good test, boys, Demonz Gel Blasters is the first match. Alright, Gravediggers off, Alright, good job on me. Team's got Mr. Setup. Those people say that, and it's Alright boys, team, are you ready? Yeah. Ref, are you ready? Ready. 3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, sorry guys, I just got a message there that you guys couldn't hear me. I'll just let this match roll on and I'll go through my spiel in a moment.
Clear. That's game! That's game! In the middle! Switch sides!
Alright, fantastic. Just while we wait for that to change over. Sorry about that introduction there guys, but I'm Trent Bow. I'm from SOFTOPS hosting your live stream tonight. Thank you for joining us on the stream. This is Season 1, Round 1 of Hardcore Speedball for 2021. Now this first match is actually Demonz versus Hell's Gels.
Team! Are you ready? Ready! Ref! Are you ready? Ready! 3, 2, 1, go!
Looks like we might have whittled down to the last one on both sides.
Okay, one left burrito. Okay, 2 left burrito. Let's go with that burrito. Let's go with that burrito. There's only 2 left. Right, get it out. Let's come to one. Let's come to one. Right, let it out, let it out. Take 1 straight, 1 left, 1 left throw. Okay, 2 left hit. Left killer. Back it. Back it. Push to that burrito. Go. Okay, cut it.
Looks like there was another player up the back there on the left. Oh, it's hard to see that too.
That's game! Last players, in the middle! Switch sides! Teams, are you ready?
Here we go.
Refs, are you ready? Ready! 3, 2, 1, go!
There we go. Looks like Demonz have managed to pull the first flag. Oh, here we go, down to the last players. Not quite sure if that last player took a hit or not, but for those that don't know, there is usually a bonus point for actually hanging that flag if there is a remaining player on the other team. So we'll have to wait and see if that comes through.
That's match, boys! Nice plays!
Looks like there was a couple of questions in the live chat as well, so we're just waiting for confirmation on that. Yeah, and just confirming that that second game, it was actually to Hell's Gels with one player remaining as well. Hey there, Noddy, seeing you in the chat. Glad you guys enjoyed the hype music on the way in. Alright, fantastic. And we've just got confirmation Hell's Gels did in fact win that first match. So they've walked away from the match with Demonz as the winners. Now, something that you would have missed earlier because you couldn't hear me on my microphone, the format for this season is a little bit different to last season. So if you played last season or if you tuned in last season, you'd notice that for these early rounds, we're actually running 3 teams instead of 4. There's still 6 matches. The difference now is that each team is going to verse the other teams twice. That gives them an extra chance to kind of move through just in case, you know, they have any small errors or whatever else. But at the end of this round, it does mean that 2 teams will still continue to move through to the following rounds. But the team that has not performed as well will be sent home and is actually removed from the rest of the competition. And for this next matchup, we're looking at Demonz versus Gravediggers. Yeah, I just saw a question in the live chat as well. I don't have it on the screen for you guys to see, but I think there was a question about who was on the picture at the starting screen. I'm pretty sure that was Kendo. I put the picture in there myself, but I genuinely don't remember who I put in there. All right, awesome. Now, the other thing as well, just while we wait for these teams to enter the field, there is a 5-minute break between matches. Just want to say thank you to our sponsors for this league, for this season. We have sponsorship from GBA or Gel Blasters Australia, RPM Tech Shop, GBU or Gel Ball Undercover, Taidi Toys, Vatios Clothing Co, and of course, Strikeforce Mod Shop as well. So thanks to all of those sponsors. That's what's actually helping us run this league and put this stream up for you tonight.
Demonz, Gravediggers, 1 minute, 1 in.
Good luck, boys. Give it all you got. Go and get your mark, go and get on the field. I'll pull the two in. Let's get it right. There we go.
There you guys, see you in the comments there. You've got to dress prettier, man. All right, now for those of you that are tuning in for the first time to see these teams play, on the right we have the Demonz. All right, so they're heading over to the right-hand side of the field as you're looking at it now. And on the left we have Gravediggers. Now both of these teams did in fact play last season, and I believe they've been playing other leagues and tournaments as well. So it's good to see them back on the field and competing out for this title.
Are you ready? Ready. Ref, are you ready? Ready. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, looks like we might have a penalty to one of the teams as well, if you notice that ref call on the top right. And that's a red card. So, one of the things about this league, as many teams discovered last season, is that the rules are brutal and the refs are all over those rules. So, it's really important to play these games really clean. Some of the smallest mistakes can lead to a slip-up, and cost the team that entire game. Now, these penalties don't cover, they don't carry across to the separate games in each match. It's just a one-time thing, and then we move on to the next game.
Teams, are you ready? Ready. Ref, are you ready? Ready. 3, 2,
Here we go, game 2.
go!
Oh, there's a really nice and aggressive push up into the snake early on. Oh, well, they're closing ground real fast. Maybe it looks like they've been pulled. Looks like there's been a penalty applied to the Gravediggers. Oh, looks like this might be 1v2. Yeah, it looks like a sneaky push. Oh, it was a 1v3. Unfortunately, we can't see the corners there and those low pillars.
All right, let's game. All players in the middle.
Just while we wait for this, you might see a little guy running around in an orange shirt down there. One person I haven't called out yet is the photographer on scene for this league. We've actually got Nathan Rosa down there of Nathan Rosa Photography taking pictures for these teams.
Switch sides! Teams, are you ready? Ready! Refs, are you ready? Ready! 3, 2, 1, go!
Of course, we'll wait for confirmation, but it looks like that last one might have gone to the Demons.
Right clears, in the middle! Winner of that game is Demonz! Well played, boys. Winner of that match, Demonz! Well played!
All right, you heard it called there. So winner of that match was Demonz. Oh wait, sorry, might have been the game. Give us a second. Yeah, cool. Confirmed. That was Demonz winning that overall match between themselves and Gravediggers. Now, just remember, they will be battling it out with these guys again later on tonight. Each team is going to verse each other at least twice. One of the other good things to see this season, and it could be the experience of the teams as well, given that two of them have played last season, there's a lot more communication going on. For those of you that don't know, I played with Yakuza the season for 2020, and you definitely notice the difference between teams that are talking to each other, telling each other positions, and moving through some of those challenges. There's a lot of talk on the field tonight, which is really, really, really good to see. Hey Ozzy, good to see you in the comments, brother.
Demon's got a red card, 2 yellows for not shouldering.
Just getting some confirmation here. So what you can't see happening is that we are receiving updates from the referee team throughout the match as well. So just confirming that some of those penalties, some of them were for shouldering. And you know, from my experience last season, that was probably the biggest thing that got called, is making sure that blasters are in fact shouldered with full contact into those shoulders. Alright, it looks like there's 2 minutes remaining until the next match, so with that I might just quickly drop some content from some of the league sponsors. Alright, here we go. Gravediggers versus Hell's Gel. There you go, so you can hear some more of that communication going. It gets especially important towards the end of these games where you can't keep track of all those positions. Oh, it looks like they might be something to the right there as well. Alright, so it looks like Gravediggers won that round. Interesting to see that the players continue to remain fairly much the same amongst these teams. So it'll be interesting to see if anyone picks up on that and starts to change the way they play. So I've noticed that the Gravediggers, one of their players, is pushing into Castle very, very early on and holding that lane. Here we go, game two. There you'll see that they actually attempted to push Snake, probably a little bit too soon, taken out very, very quickly. TTB Gel Blasters, thanks for joining the stream, guys. Now, for those of you that actually haven't been down here to play on this field, one of the hard things to see or get from this view is those lanes are very difficult to see through sometimes. It can be very difficult to see how exposed you are or where people might be sitting. So although we're sitting up here and can see very easy moves, down there, very, very simple, or very, very easy to get tunnel vision. Hey, Damage Cartel, just checking in with you. I just saw that comment there about auto strobe. It is in fact allowed. I think that was a red card there. I'm not quite sure. Sorry, I was following up on the question from Damage Cartel. Let's just see what happens here. Hey, Richard, I did see a comment there earlier about including the comments in the stream. I don't know if I can trust you guys, to be perfectly honest, about what kind of content you'll put in there.
Game 1, Gravediggers hung the flag, and that's what it's called. Game 2, Gravediggers got a red card, which made Hell Gel the winner.
Teams, are you ready? Ready! Refs, are you ready? Ready!
Here we go, game 3.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, so the first game there was to Gravediggers, and the second game was to Hell's Gels because there was a red card issued to the other team. So right now these guys are fighting out to see who wins this match. That's the other thing about this game. You can't go for that flag too soon. You'll see that they've gone for that pull, but absolutely got slaughtered by the other team for reaching up there. Look at the length of that slide. That was awesome. Looks like they nearly managed to hold all of their players up until what looks like it might have been a trade. Tell me in the comments, what do you reckon the longest slide in Speedball has been? And they finally figured it out. The flag had not been hung yet, so they've just been walking around waiting for it, but they managed to get through before the time ran out. What a pair of clowns. Alrighty, that's the end of that game. I'll just wait for the confirmation this time of who wins, so we don't get confusion, in the stream. SB4K, glad to hear you'll be here next season. Always looking for new teams to join the fold. Get in on it. Make sure you sign up when those entries start opening up. And confirmed, that match goes to Gravediggers. Alrighty, so just got confirmation as well. So for Gravediggers, currently it looks like they've got 2 match wins, which is looking very good for them. Now I think that's through three matches. So from here on out, the teams will be playing against each other again. Alrighty, so I've just been shown the score sheet for that for match 2, and it looks like there were a couple of penalties put in place for shouldering. So again, the lack of shouldering is what's causing people to get red cards, yellow cards, all that sort of stuff. So in this format of gameplay, all it takes is for one team collectively to earn what would be 2 yellow cards. So there's a yellow card first for any penalty. It could be an early break, lack of a hit call, not shouldering your blaster, anything along those lines. If anyone else on the team then gets a penalty, the whole team is given a red card, and the game is then given to the other team. Alrighty, and again, just while we wait, I'm just going to quickly put up an ad for you. Check out the goods from Hardcore Sim Gear.
The HSG V2G was designed with advice from some of the best techs in the industry. The prototyping, the manufacturing, it's all Australian, made right here in Queensland using world-class materials.
So next up, we're heading into match 4. So again, teams are now versing each other for the second time tonight. And at the end of all of these games, one team will be sent home and won't be playing again for the rest of this season. So match 4, we will see Demonz versus Hell's Gels again.
Demonz, Hell's Gels, make your way onto the field. Captain, in the middle. 1 minute warning.
Daniel, your ad block's not working because these are premium ads. These are the ones you want to see. So, just for those of you that don't know, on the ref team tonight, the head ref, of course, is Ron Ralph of RPM Tech Shop. We've also got Lockie down there from GBA. We've got Ben from Hardcore Blasters. Who else have we got down there? Just give me a second. And of course, we got Jesse from Defiance and Quinn from Headhunters down there watching these games for us and making sure everyone is playing by the rules.
Teams, are you ready? Refs, are you ready? Ready. 3, 2, 1, go!
Yellow card has already been issued to the team on the right. I can't quite tell who that is. It looks like the initial positions everyone's moving to here are very, very similar. So we're looking at something that it's, everyone's kind of standing their ground, and it's going to take a bit of effort to whittle off those initial players. And look at that sweep. Those sweeps are absolutely critical and dangerous to the other team coming through Castle. Looks like that's a wipe. Hopefully this team actually hangs the flag.
That's game! Live players,
There we go.
in the middle! Hell's Gels wins the game! Switch side!
Loving the comments, guys. Keep it up. Alright, and just to confirm, of course, that was Hell's Gels that just won the last game. Here we go for game 2.
Refs, are you ready? Ready. 3, 2, 1, go!
This time we've got Hell's Gels on the right-hand side of the field and Demonz on the left. Oh, we got that guy slipping up on the snake. It's usually the pillar's responsibility to make sure that doesn't happen, but it might be down to him and maybe one other on the field. And that's game.
Live players in the middle! Hell's Gels wins that game! Switch sides!
Not really sure what to make of that comment, Daniel. And that's another game to Hell's Gels. Wow, look at that really early push into the X. Let's see if it pays off for them. Early points help, but no, he's been taken out really, really quickly. Looks like players on both sides are getting punished for playing a little bit too aggressively against what is usually a defensive position. The Dorito on the right hand side has taken out a few of their players now. Tell me what you think about that crawl shuffle with the one leg. That's an interesting move. Alright, that's it. You heard it from the head ref there. That was Hell's Gels takes out that game and wins the match. Alright guys, we're just going to cut over to a different camera here and see if we can have a chat to the players. Give us a break. It's the first time we're trying it. Let's see how it goes.
I hope you got that. I did. He's the captain.
I'm the captain.
You're the captain. What's your name, bro?
Chris.
Chris. Nice to meet you, Rowan.
Ronnie?
Yep. Rowan. Oh yeah. Fuck. Oh, see behind me, fucking last name. Name? Callum. Callum. Sasha. Sasha.
Steve.
Steve.
Job.
That's the one. Callum, Sasha, Steve. Oh. Are you there, Trent?
Yeah, ready.
Chris. Yep. Cool.
Alright guys, look, it's really good to see you guys on the field. You guys are absolutely killing it out there tonight. How long have you guys been playing?
Just under a year, I think. Just under a year.
Just under a year. Have you guys been playing tournaments before, or how are you guys absolutely killing the competition?
Well, this is actually our debut, so we just come around, watch everyone else play and try to do better.
That is absolutely fantastic. It's good to see you guys doing so well out there. I really hope you do well in the competition.
Cheers, mate. Thanks, boys. Keep it going. Thanks, guys.
Looks like Demonz might have won the coin toss there, and they've chosen to start on the left-hand side. It's a funny thing. The field is actually pretty much the same on both sides. It's as symmetrical as possible, but we all have our preferences. There it is. Gravediggers have pushed deep yet again into the high side there this time, so into Snake. And it looks like Demonz have tried to match him, and he's lost that one. And a really early sweep around that right-hand side. Nice. Not sure if you caught that, but there was a very coordinated attack between Snake and Dorito against the opposing Dorito just then. And it looks like the Gravediggers have taken the win on that. We'll see shortly from Rowan.
That's game! Last players in the middle!
Oh, guys, stop picking on Trick. Leave him alone. Pick on Aussie Dodo instead.
Gravediggers wins that game! Switch side!
And there it is confirmed. Gravediggers win the first game. Now, I always love watching the comments and all of the supporting teams and fans of the teams coming out and giving their support and all that sort of stuff. It's really good to see. Trick, we all know who you are. You can't hide behind the Damage Cartel account.
Are you ready? Ready! Ref, are you ready? Ready! 3, 2,
Here we go, game 2.
go!
Looks like Gravediggers might have smashed Demonz on this. There can't be too many players left back there. Maybe one on each pillar. And it looks like most of, if not all of the Gravediggers are still up. Oh no, I think Old Mate just lost his magazine as he ran. I've made that mistake. It's embarrassing.
That's game! Last players in the middle! Gravediggers wins that game! Switch sides!
And Gravediggers wins the second game as well for this match.
Teams, are you ready? Ready! Refs, are you ready?
And game 3.
2, 1, go!
Looks like a fair few one-to-ones on this one. Oh, here we go. They pushed in too fast without checking their surroundings, so they got trapped at that X.
That's game! Last players in the middle! Demonz
Alrighty, and you heard it straight there from Roland Head Ref that Demonz take out that game, but overall Gravediggers have walked away winners of that match as well. So these guys are absolutely killing it out there tonight. I think they've had quite a few wins on their matches. I don't have the run sheet right here, but I'll confirm that total when I can. Just checking out the comment section as well. For those of you that don't know, Trick is actually the captain of Demonz Cartel and played on Demonz Cartel A last season, taking out the grand final against Yakuza as well. So good to see these guys in the chat, seeing what's going on, tuning in and contributing as well. Alrighty, now we're heading into the 6th match for the night. Now that is the final match for the night as well. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. So we're actually looking at Hell's Gels versus the Gravediggers. So far, Gravediggers has a total of 3 wins, so 3 match wins throughout the night, and Hell's Gels has 2. So let's see what happens. Are they going to walk away with 3 each, or we're going to see 4 to the Gravediggers and 2 to Hell's Gels? What do you reckon? Tell me in the comments who's going to walk away the winners of the final match for the first round of Season 1. Hey Anarchy, thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching and tuning in tonight. Same with you, Midnight, just seeing you in the chat as well. So here's a fun little fact for you as well. You'll see Midnight Kendo's joined us in the chat. One of their players, Callum, is now playing for Hell's Gels, I believe, in this particular league this season. Looks like we have a lot of Gravedigger supporters in the chat here. Thanks for joining us, Strikeforce Agila as well. Now again, if you're tuning in for the first time, if you haven't actually watched this league before or this sport before, just as a bit of information, so this season, there's going to be a number of seasons throughout the year. Each season runs for about 8 weeks. And players or teams are actually competing for a $1,200 prize at the end of the season. And of course, you know, they go on a plaque, they get a trophy and all that good stuff as well. So at the end of 8 weeks, you'll see the grand final. You'll see a team walk away with a nice $1,200 prize, some goodie bags, and then we roll straight on to the following season. Alright, here we go. Match 6, the last match for round 1 of Season 1, 2021. We're looking at Gravediggers versus Hell's Gels. So it looks like the Gravediggers are really starting to play defensively, not pushing into the snake or castle early on anymore. And obviously it's paid off for them so far. Starting to whittle down the players on Hell's Gels, I'm pretty sure. And there's that push into castle. Oh, look at that slide right up to Dorito, and it looks like he took the hit. Pretty sure that move just got spotted into the snake there from the lower side Dorito on the left hand side. Yeah, and he's copped hits because he couldn't tuck in tight enough. Nice. You hear that shadow? You can hear that. I think they've got another player up on the right-hand pillar there as we're looking at the field. And that communication's helping them pincer the other players. Nice. Here we go, game 2, match 6.
3, 2, 1, go!
There's that really early push. They've actually gone both sides this time, to the snake and to the castle. If you get a player on the other team sitting in that snake, it can be really, really lethal to all your guys sitting on those Doritos. Your flanks are exposed. It's hard to see from here, from this angle, but they are an absolute threat, so you've got to take those guys out really early. I think that's the Gravediggers there with possibly 2 players remaining. Not sure how many is left on the other side. And not sure if that was a trade. Yeah, there's a trade there as well. And looks like that might have been game to them. It's always kind of funny watching those 2v1 scenarios because I think a lot of players, if they're coordinated enough, usually just go for that trade because it's worth shutting down the team and then taking out the flag. Hey Augustus, trying to keep track of the colours tonight. They're all looking very similar, so if I see which team's on which side, I'll try to call it out for you. Yeah, so this time we're looking at Gravediggers on the left-hand side and Hell's Gels on the right. And looks like Gravediggers are taking another careful approach to this one, playing a bit more defensively and have not pushed the castle or snake this time around. Wow. I don't know if you just caught that, but Gravedigger player pretty much just walked up to the X and did not get taken out. That's kind of surprising. You'll see now, though, that there's two Hell's Jails players on the high right side of the field. I'm not sure if there's anyone left in the pillar on the right that we can't see. And he's taken out from that space. So one thing you can't see as well from this view is that when you're sitting in that castle, the X actually blocks a lot of the visibility through to the snake, so it's very easy to get flanked. And looks like Hell's Gels wins the match. So whoever was betting on Gravediggers 4 and Hell's Gels 2 was wrong. And it looks like they both walked away with 3 wins tonight. Alright guys, just make sure you stick around for a little bit longer. From here on out, we'll have all those players come back out, the teams pulled together, and the winners for tonight's round will be announced. So unfortunately, there will be one team heading home and not returning this season, and the 2 other teams will proceed through to the following rounds. Next week, we will see new teams playing their version or their rounds for their initial knockouts. I'm totally down with sports bet. I just don't think it's going to get approved as a sports bet sport. Just saw a comment in there about sliding on the basketball court. Are you guys actually allowed to slide down there? I think Ozzy might be right. Face plants are coming. That can be a very sticky floor sometimes. Tell him I cannot support that activity. Alright, here we go. So teams that have played tonight will start coming on the field. I think you can just see them through the netting there. Just for the final announcements, a few pictures and all that sort of stuff. But we'll find out shortly which teams will be proceeding through to the following round. I think will be round 5. Let me just check. allowed to mention that. We don't actually know who's going to go through. Alright, just while we wait for these announcements, I just want to say, apologise for some of the glitches and the technical issues we had during the stream. First time we're doing this kind of thing, and we're really trying to improve the quality of the experience for you and the viewing experience. So stick with us, and hopefully it's just going to keep getting better.
Folks, all the night's over. Judging by the state of the floor, there was a fair bit of shrapnel thrown around. And at the end of the day, someone had to win and someone had to lose. So going through are Gravediggers and Health Gels. Really good show, and unfortunately a weakened Demonz team. We're not going through, fellas, but well done for that. One more quick photo while you're all there, and then we'll go a quick photo of Thanks, Dennis. Well done, fellas. Thanks,
Alright guys, so just in case you missed it there, it looks like Demonz won't be proceeding through to any other rounds this season, so they're the guys to walk home. From here on out, it's going to be Hell's Gels and Gravediggers moving through to the next round. And of course, despite there are some teams going, or there's a team going home tonight, we really appreciate that anyone shows up and actually competes at this league. It's brutal, it's cutthroat, but everyone showing up and having a good time is what it's all about. Hopefully we'll see Demonz return next season as well. Gotta say as well, I mean, we had a bit of a chat with the Hell's Gels players earlier this evening, and for their first league competition, they're absolutely smashing it. So it's going to be interesting to see how they proceed through the rest of this league. Alright, cool. Now, thanks everyone for joining us. Thanks for joining us on the stream. Of course, a shout out to all of our sponsors again tonight: GBA, RPM Tech Shop, GBU, Taidi Toys, Vatios Clothing Company, and Strikeforce Mod Shop. Now, of course, we will be streaming again next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. So please make sure you join us to see the next teams duke it out for the rights to go through to the following rounds. Thanks. See you next time.